Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have returned to the Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2.
What were we doing, I wonder? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't really remember. Oh, yeah, right. We were doing the temples, right?
Where do you want to go?
Oh my god. Let's just go to the Aqua Shrine, might as well. Alright. It definitely has been a long time since I've played. Oh. I guess we have to do the whole courageous George thing first. Fine. Very well. Let's head to the Orbital Factory, shall we? Yo, George. Georgie. Georgie. Sure. We shall help you out. I want to turn this into a workshop for creating Valimar's Touchy. If you get a chance, I'd really appreciate if you could help me out. Sure. Think you could bring me my tools? How about we hire someone to actually help you with this? This thing is massive. Actually massive. Phew. This should work for now. Okay, let's see if we can process the Cimmerian ore. Ready? Okay. What's gonna happen? Together, they worked on reinforcing Valimar's existing blade. Despite the task being simple compared to making an entirely new weapon, working with the Cimmerian ore was hard even for George. Green and the other members of Class 7, as well as even Valimar, helped where they could and supported him in his efforts. Eventually, it was Friday. And something probably happened. But we don't know for sure. Find out next time on another new episode of Dragon Ball Z. Whoa. Valimar, your new blade is quite impressive. Oh my god, it is, Laura. It's literally the same thing. It looks like the same thing. Now all you gotta do is take it into a real fight and see how it feels. Indeed.
Oh, you're all still here.
Now what? What is the captain doing out of her chair?
What's wrong? It's not like you to be so flustered. It's terrible.
It's terrible, let me guess. It's some bullshit fake out, right?
We got an emergency report in from the Twin Dragons Bridge. It's Celdic.
Celdic?
Celdic's what?
What happened to Celdic?
It was set on fire.
What is Celdic again? Is it the Grand Market place? Is that Celdic? Fuck, I don't even remember.
By the Kreuzin Provincial Army.
What?
What? Kreuzin Provincial Army? Not Not gonna lie, I don't remember.
What?
Nani? Nani the fuck? The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. They set a course for Celdic, and hurried there as fast as their legs could carry them. Once they arrived, a number of them disembarked to assess the situation. Instructor Sarah and Jesus included. Shit. Alright. Why Jesus? Fuck Jesus. And I mean that in a very Christ-like way. I guess we're bringing Jesus along. Same day, Celdic. This fire must have happened, like, a few days ago, right? Do they even have any, like, fire prevention? I mean, these towns are so small that I'm like, do you even have a firefighting squad? This is awful. How could they? But I was right. It is the town where the Grand Market is. I can't believe this. Let's have a look around town. Alright. I guess we're having a look around town. Check the church. Wow, injured, eh? Sad. Not Louise, too. How's she holding up? I guess Sarah was her friend. Not gonna lie, I don't remember her at all. Everyone is sad. Old lady, mold, something, something. So, why did this happen? Because we need to check out other places as well. Don't worry, Sarah.
Louise will be okay.
I'm sure she will be.
She wasn't the only familiar face either.
They seem to have enough medicine at least, but...
Yo, you got a shop? Oh my god, you do? So what happened? The Kreutzen Provincial Army? The Kreutzen Provincial Army. Honestly, the factions... Honestly, the factions are going kind of over my head. Not gonna lie. Like, the Kreutzen Provincial Army attacked the Celdic something provincial army. You know, it's like, who's on whose side now? You know, if I was asked the question of, do I think Celdic is under the control of the Noble Alliance, I'd be like, probably. I thought all the provincial armies were on the Noble Alliance side, but I guess not. I don't know. No. No way.
This guy that we barely knew died. So sad. No way.
Yep, some old guy that we did tasks for. Look, this happens a lot, mainly in anime, I would say. But, not gonna lie, I'm not going to feel sad for a character that died who we barely knew. No offense. If you want a death to actually be impactful, you gotta... There are other ways to make it impactful without the character being like a main character. But that's very hard to do. If we're talking about other ways to do it, you can't really. If you want the death to be impactful, you're gonna have to kill a character that people know. Right? I'm not that sad here. I don't know what that says about me, but I guess I'm just not a pussy. Does the guy even have a name? I think it was Otto or something. The market manager's always done everything he could to protect this town. And now he's went and gave his life for us. No one loved this town more than Otto. Yeah, well... shit happens, unfortunately. I do at least... I do like at least the fact that they are actually killing people. You know, like they're not coming out and saying, oh, a lot of people were injured, but no one died. Like, of course people died. It's just that when people die in a story, we're not talking about real life here. I'm not talking about real life. I'm talking about a story. When you write a story, it's for the audience. A lot of the time, anyway. When you create a death, and want it to be a sad death, an impactful death, you're gonna have to have the audience, the reader, the player, be invested in that character. If some random background NPC number 273 dies, no one gives a shit. And the Icy Maiden. Oh, it's all these three. Oh, I see all of you arrived. Lieutenant General Greg, Major Nightheart, and Icy Maiden. We came as soon as we heard. Is this the work of who I think it is? It is as you suspect. This was done by none other than the Croatian Army, Croatian Provincial Army soldats. That's absurd! For what reason? So it seems they have no issue with razing the very lands they're meant to protect. Unfortunately, it's very real. Apparently, they broke through a gap in our line of defense at the Twin Dragons Bridge. According to the report, there were a number of Jaegers within their ranks too. Duki Albaret has been hiring the Northern Jaegers throughout this war. They were behind the attack on Ymir too. They had soldiers supporting them. This wouldn't have ended any other way. Even then, though, there's no excuse for this. This reminds me of what Rufus and Vita said, actually.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldat's units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
We're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
Indeed we are. Huh? Are you kidding me? I was just done talking about this. To think the one fatality would be the market manager of all people. Fuck off. What kind of attack was this, if only one person died? Like, stop doing that. I'm not saying deaths equal better storytelling, or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you're going to kill someone in an attack like this, you might as well say there were multiple fatalities. Why just one? You know, like, the fact is, if you say that it was only one fatality, now I'm questioning realism. You know, like, there's no way only one person would die in an attack like this. It's unfortunate, you know? I advise that you keep your distance from Celdic for a while. Do engrave this horrid sight into your minds, however. This is no mere minor conflict. It's an all-out war. Never forget that. Jesus goes, weathercock in. At least, the weathercock is still alive. Well, we must go. And this, my friends, is why we fight. Return to the courageous. Rain! Who the fuck is this guy? I mean, this girl. Becky? Becky, let me smash! Where's my family? They're all safe, right? Who's Becky again? Who's your family again? Who the fuck is that? Okay, no offense, but like, okay, whatever, dude. I'm not even gonna bother. Exactly, your family's alright. The market manager has fallen. Who the fuck is the market manager to Becky? You know? Huh? Like, if you're close to someone, you would not call them the market manager. If that makes sense. Right? I would understand maybe if the market manager was like a old family friend or something, and you would call them like Uncle Otto or Grandpa Otto or something. You would not call them the market manager, which means they're not close, which means there's no way she would be asking about the market manager. If that makes sense. Right? Immediately just a problem in the storytelling, in the writing. We have a lot to discuss. Indeed we do. The question ultimately is, how do you stop this war? That's the question that I've been asking for a long time. After leaving Celdic in the Imperial Army's hands, they all went back to the Courageous. Processing both Otto's death and the state of Celdic proved to be difficult, but they had to face it. It was only after Becky Lemmy Smash had returned that they decided to take off.
Still, this war seems to resemble the War of the Lions more by the minute. History tells us towns were set ablaze all across the country back then as well.
Yeah, well, that's war.
Really?
Every war is the same.
That is said to have been the case, yes. Although the situation back then is very different compared to now.
True enough. This war's been relatively bloodless in comparison, so something like this happening is a big deal.
Still, in the long term, this is bound to hurt the Alliance's cause more than it will help. That's why I'm finding it so hard to picture that Rufus would give the go-ahead to do it.
I think it's safe to say it was just Duke Alborea doing his own thing. He really seems to hate how Duke Cayenne's higher in practice than him in the Alliance.
I'm sorry, but this is where we part ways. Captain, please let me disembark somewhere nearby.
What? You can't be serious.
You're not thinking of trying to settle things with your father alone, are you?
Well, of course.
I can't believe you would even entertain the thought. You need to take a deep breath and calm down before you do something you'll regret, Eustace.
Shut up, Matches.
How dare you? Don't act like you know the first thing about what I'm feeling right now. As a member of the Alborea family, I have a duty to stop my father. You have no right.
We have every right to interfere, Eustace.
Huh? Okay, please. Enlighten me, Reen. Enlighten me.
Teach this young fool, teach this idiot that I am why you have every right to interfere, Reen.
This is clearly too much for one person to handle alone.
Huh?
Machias is right. You need to calm down and we need to think this over together. Yeah, this isn't like you at all.
As your classmates and friends, it's not hard to imagine how terrible you must be feeling right now. But that's exactly why we want to help you. And I believe we can.
We should discuss how to approach this matter together.
You know, I'm getting real tired of this together bullshit. Look, what you're saying is, you don't actually have any plan? Like, he intends to go to his father and, I don't know, stop him by force if he has to. But what you're saying is that, don't go. We'll do something together.
How about you have a fucking orgy together already, alright? Jesus. That's clearly what you want. Have a fucking orgy, come on. I'm fucking waiting.
That's a Class 7 I know.
Still,
Yeah,
this isn't a
it
matter
is
to
the
be
class
taken
7 that
lightly.
we know.
Your actions could have a profound effect on the war from here on out. If you're going to get yourselves involved, you're going to need to be prepared for the potential consequences. But I'm sure you guys know the deal at this point, right?
We fully understand what you're saying. So far, we've tried to keep our interference with the war itself to a minimum.
Why? I thought the whole point was that you're not gonna take sides, but you're gonna try to stop the war. But no, they don't give a shit about stopping the war. All they want is their school building and their school to be still alive and all their classmates be together as one happy family. That's all they want.
However, what just happened in Celdic was an act of terrorism against innocent civilians. We can't turn a blind eye to that.
You're right.
We're all agreed there. The market manager did a lot for us.
No,
both
they
during
didn't.
our field study and when we were lying low there after the war broke out.
I'm of the same opinion. He may be head of one of the 4 great houses, but the Imperial family can still make him answer for his crimes.
Who asked you?
So please,
Really?
use my position and this ship however necessary to bring
Your
him
position?
to justice.
Your position in the ship is being a glorified decoration. Okay? Have you done anything? You have no power, you have no authority. You're on board of a third-party ship. You're not a third party. You're part of the Imperial family. Of the Imperial, forces. You're on one side already. You're on the side that we don't want to join. Thus, you have no authority here. Am I mistaken here? I don't even know, dude.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Alright, I think it's time we come up with a solid plan.
I've been saying that for the last, 4 weeks.
We can't allow Duke Alborea to do anything so inhuman ever again.
I think you mean inhumane.
Thank you.
Huh? Is there a call coming through? Where's it coming from? Bear with me a moment. This can't be right. It's coming from an airship owned by the Noble Alliance.
Wow. Let me guess, it's Rufus.
How can that be?
They must have sneaked into range. What should we do, Toa? I think I can shake them off if I try.
No. Put the call up on the screen.
Predictable.
It's a pleasure to see you all again,
Predictable.
especially you, my dear brother.
Seems I have developed a cough.
And Princess Alphen is with you too. Truly, it's an honor, Your Highness.
Rufus.
Goodness.
Why are you calling us?
I apologize for calling so abruptly. Rest assured, I have no intention of attacking or otherwise harming you. I'm calling because there is information of which I'd like to make you aware. Due to the rather sensitive nature of my message, this feed is a private communique from my personal airship.
What could you possibly have to tell us?
Does this concern Celdic by any chance?
It does indeed. I imagine all of you have seen what befell the town yourselves. The attack on Celdic was instigated by Duke Alborea alone. We of the Noble Alliance do not in any way condone it. If you plan to confront the Duke about his actions, you need fear no interference from us.
Huh?
Oh, I get it. You want us to take him out, don't you?
Surely not.
Well, yeah. If anything, Rufus would be glad for this to happen. Because, the father seems to be a complete ass. Really has no idea what he's doing.
The bulk of the Kreutzen Provincial Army is already under my control. The attack was carried out by a small contingent of soldiers who remain loyal to my father. At present, they've walled themselves up in Auroch's fort along with him. With the aid of the Imperial Army, you ought to be able to take the fortress without much trouble.
This is insane.
They're not as well trained as the ones who are serving you, so you don't mind losing them, do you? I'm impressed at how cold-heartedly objective you can be, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Bet you'd love it if we ended up killing each other, so you'd have nothing to worry about, huh?
Nothing of the sort, Miss Clausel. Still, there's no denying my father's actions will be a millstone around the neck of the Alliance going forward.
True. Even if they are trying to take control by force, basically. If your nation, if your kingdom, if your country doesn't accept your authority, you're just always going to have rebels. You're always going to have people fighting back. And eventually, you're just going to tie your own noose, basically.
But considering the position I hold, I can't very well publicly oppose him.
You know what, actually? Now that I think about it, I think Rufus is actually wrong. I'm surprised that he doesn't take this as an opportunity to just take control of his father. Essentially overthrow his father. And saying that, his father has committed this terrorism against innocents. And he is going to overthrow him and such. And, become the hero, basically, who took down his father. And then gain the public's support. I'm surprised he doesn't do that.
And that's why I figured I might bring up the matter with all of you.
But it could be that he wants that to happen, except he wants it to happen with Jesus. and the rest of Class 7. Because I would imagine he also has some faith in the Class 7's ability to bring the war to an end, in a way. In some way. Who knows?
Well, I've said my part. Oh, and Eustace, this is an intensely family-centric affair, as I'm sure you realize. I'm very curious how you'll approach it. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I suppose I'll hope and pray for your success this once, as a sitting member of Thor's board of directors.
Well?
Nothing like using other people to do your dirty work.
So, the real question is...
What's the plan?
There remains a real possibility that this is a trap.
For what reason? To lure you in? A third party who's clearly not doing anything?
Still, now we know the Alliance wants something done about Duke Alberea as much as we do. This could be the best chance we're ever going to get to stop him from wreaking more havoc.
I can't allow my father to commit any more of these unforgivable crimes. I will go to Auroch's fort and apprehend Duke Alberea myself. And it would mean the world to me if all of you were to lend me your aid.
Do you even need to ask?
Of course we will. We'll be with you every step of the way.
Does that include the bathroom? I'm sure it does. They love their togetherness. With that, they finally began preparations to apprehend Dookie Alberea. Ah yes, they're sitting in the conference room, and let me guess, you're not gonna have a plan, right? Duke Alberea's actions against Celdic were believed to be in violation of a number of Imperial laws. With that fact as justification, Class 7 chose to call upon the aid of the 4th Armored Division and the RMP to formally place him under arrest. In the end, they settled upon the following plan. Alright, first they attack the Berea northern line of defense, okay. Okay, so a pincer attack, kinda. Okay. So lure their forces out and then the courageous attacks. While all of this was being finalized, the remaining touches were put to Valimar's reinforced sword. The operation proved to be an opportune time to test it and collect much-needed data. Oh my god, it was. The next day, the time came for the operation to begin. Saturday. We shall take
the Auroch's fort. Today, we shall take glory and honor as we destroy our enemies. Dookie Alberea has violated laws that govern all of us. Man, woman, child. Doesn't matter whether or not you're on the Noble Alliance or the Imperial side. Dookie Alberea has violated the laws that we all live by. And now, we shall bring him to justice. We shall take the fort, and we shall win the day!
Anyway. This is our chance to avenge Otto's death, too. Not that we give a shit, but okay. Whatever, dude. Focus on the mission. Don't let your emotions get in the way. Alright. We're almost ready. I'm coming with you. It doesn't sit right with me to have you going up against high-ranking Jaegers alone. That's no reason to let your guard down, though. Make sure you have everything you need. I think we do. Oh yeah, hell yes. I don't like the fact that fucking Jesus in our party, but okay. I guess we'll do this. Well, maybe even this, honestly. Fuck it. To advance the main story, speak to Towa in the captain's chair and select Commence Operation. Indeed we will. It's time. Towa, it's time to commence this operation. Commence the operation.
Everyone, commence final preparations.
Commencing.
Depart for the agreed location. Once there, we're on standby until the assault begins.
Yes, sir.
Departing for the agreed location. We'll keep watch for any threats from the ground.
Course to the courts and province secured. Courageous, full speed ahead.
Go, go, go!
And there we go. The Legend of Heroes. Trails of Cold Steel. The same day, at 11:50 a.m. You know, I'm really surprised that a lot of these battles and stuff happen during the day, like during noon. Normally you would think to attack during the night. He's doing the thing! He's fucking doing the thing again. Is that the 4th Armored Division? It's Craig the Red! He's doing the thing. Blast. I can't believe they've advanced this far. Apparently, they're eager to meet the same fate that Celdic did. Yes, sir. What now? Damn. Not gonna lie, I would have expected the 4th Armored Division and the RMP to have their own mechs by now. The rest is in your hands, Class 7. Oh my god, it is. What in the world? What in the... What in the what? What in the fuck? Alright, they're pooling all their forces. Nice. The plan is working. Now we can just sneak in.
They attacked the city from both sides? Those shameless fiends!
Is there still no response from the Pantagruel? I'm afraid not, Your Grace. We've been trying repeatedly, but we've yet to gain contact. The same remains true for Lord Rufus's personal ship as well.
That damn son of mine. Surely he isn't planning on casting me aside?
Now that I'm, thinking back on it, why did Duke Alberea send soldiers to raise the fucking, town of Celdic down? Like, what was the purpose of it? You know? Like, what was the... You know? What was the goal? And not to mention, the Noble Alliance has, what is it called? Like, chain of command. They have a chain of command, right? So, how the fuck can Duke Alberea just do whatever the fuck he wants? So, yeah, like, I think if some part of my alliance is just doing whatever the fuck they want, raising towns to the ground, I would think, yeah, we're gonna kill you ourselves.
I thought Eustace was the only useless son I had, but I see I was mistaken. Regardless, we must make the best of what we have and repel those intruders.
Yes, Your Grace.
But yeah, like, what was the point of raising the town of Celdic to the ground?
There's a sad sight. Man, if I'd known things were gonna pan out to be such a mess here, I would have gone to where the 4th Division is.
Remember, we're not to even think of trying to fight in any of this war's major battles. We belong in the shadows, and as such, that is where we shall remain. Leave the battles that will be recorded in history's pages to others.
You're too uptight for someone whose only job now is to sit and do a whole lot of nothing. Hell, didn't you just get back from Crossbell? If we're just gonna be sitting around anyway, you might as well relax.
Well, I can't deny I have as little interest as you in being here. But interest or no, this is work! Work!
Looks like I'm not the only one who doesn't want to be here. Then again, it takes a special kind of person to want to help someone who has no problem burning his own territory to the ground. Still, as someone whose own life is about to burn out, perhaps this is where I belong.
You know, this is kind of what I thought was going to happen. Ever since Vulcan was like, oh, this is the end that I want. I hope you give Scarlet and C, I guess, the end that they want as well. I figured they would be like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna just go out as well.
May I manage one last moment of beauty before my flame burns out completely?
But now they're being a little too on the nose about this.
Was that?
Oh my god, it was. It was indeed. Boots and cats and boots and cats.
Crimson wings?
This is Alphen Rysay Arner.
Oh my
speaking
god,
for Lord
not
the
again.
Courageous. We have come to arrest Duke Alberea on suspicion of ordering the destruction and razing of Celdic. Please surrender peacefully.
Your Highness. Ah! So the attacks on Berea Hard were merely a diversion? No matter. Shoot them down! Back off!
Here we go. Well, Emma's getting pretty good at that teleportation thing.
The Ashen Knight? Too late!
Too slow. Okay. Impossible. Bacana.
Thanks for clearing a path, Reen.
Reinforcing Valimar's sword with Zemurian ore made quite an impressive difference.
Their defenses are weak. Now's our chance to rush inside.
Let's come inside. I mean...
Don't get ahead of yourselves now.
Well,
That sounds like...
Scarlet. Come out and play.